Hey guys, Owen Gaberson, your Bundesliga correspondent here on the World Football News Network. This is going to be my new series. Every week I'm going to be profiling a team from the Bundesliga who's going to be here for the 16-17 season. I've already done Red Bull Leipzig and SC Freiburg, the two new teams from the Bundesliga 2 got promoted. They're going to be replacing Stuttgart and Hanover. Go check out my video on the World Football News Network. Did a profile on them. Now let's kick it off. We're going from 16 all the way down to 1. 16, we've got Eintracht Frankfurt. Number 1, we've got Bayern Munich, who won the league again. And first, I just wanted to offer a little bit of my opinions on Dortmund's moves in the last couple of weeks. Royce being named captain according to a couple of rumors, love it. Absolutely one of the best decisions I've ever seen from Borussia Dortmund to name him as the manager, or name him as the captain. Sorry, I love it. Absolutely. And this loyalty to the club is unfathomable. He's gotten offers from many big clubs around Europe. He's been offered from Bayern Munich, where his friends, his companions, and his teammates all left. Hummels, Götze, Lewandowski. They left and went to Bayern Munich to win trophies, while Royce stayed behind. And it's just like, I want to play for this club. I love this club. His loyalty, his dedication, especially to the fans, it means the world. And I personally don't think we could have made a better decision as our captain. Maybe Marcel Smelter as his assistant captain or as the vice captain. I don't think there's anybody else on this team really deserves it more than those two. And then another one. Maybe this one hasn't been confirmed yet, but there's the other one. I want to talk about the possibility of Götze coming back to Borussia Dortmund from Bayern Munich. Apparently, according to the kicker, they've agreed to personal terms, and we just need to buy him back from Bayern. Dortmund's willing to pay 23 million. Bayern's looking for 27. My personal thoughts on this is I hate it. I hate it with every fiber of my being. I don't want him back at Dortmund. I don't care how good of a talent he is. I don't care how good of a young talent he is and how much potential he has. I don't care if he scored the winning goal in the World Cup. He's a Judas. He is a backstabbing traitor. As speaking from a Dortmund's fan perspective, I can't forgive him unless this transfer goes through and he either wins us some kind of trophy. The DFB Pokal, the Champions League, the Bundesliga, don't really care which at this point. If he wins us that league, if he gets us the game-winning goal or the league-winning goal, I'll forgive him. Only that. Nothing else. If he comes into this club after stabbing us in the back and he offers nothing, he'll be a waste. And personally, I couldn't care less if he doesn't come to Dortmund and he goes somewhere else. Fine. You're just looking out for your career. You're fine. I personally would like to agree with the yellow wall when they were at Werder Bremen. I do believe they had a sign that says Milan or Madrid, just not Dortmund. Piss off, Götze. I loved it. I love that banner. I agree with that banner. Go anywhere else in Europe. Just don't try to come back and don't try to be a LeBron. Unless you deliver us that championship when you come back, you're not going to be a LeBron. You're going to be a waste of money again. And you're just going to stab us in the back and you're going to be a waste. If Götze comes back and he wins us that thing, I'll be fine. I will be 100% okay with him. I just don't see it. I'll obviously be keeping posted on this rumor. If it goes through, guess I'm just going to have to live with it. I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to become not a Dortmund fan. Or I'm not going to switch loyalties just because they signed a player I don't like. It's happened before. It'll happen again. You just got to get over it. I'm just offering my personal opinions. Now that I got all that off my chest, let's go on to our video and let's give a profile on Eintracht Frankfurt, who finished 16th in the Bundesliga last season. 16th in the Bundesliga, when you finish, you get a relegation playoff against the third place team in the Bundesliga 2. This year, it was Eintracht Frankfurt, who finished 16th, against Nuremberg, who finished 3rd in the Bundesliga 2. The first leg ended 1-1, with the second leg ending 1-0 to Eintracht Frankfurt, winning 2-1 on aggregate and staying in the Bundesliga. Heartbreak, obviously, for the Nuremberg fans. It's happened the last couple of years where the team from the Bundesliga barely stays off relegation. Right, a little bit of luck, right a little bit of passion going into it. I love seeing the relegation playoffs more than I like seeing a final, just because it has more of a desperation aspect to it. Like when QPR won it a couple years ago, come back in the Bundesliga on that last minute goal by Bobby Zamora. Scenes, absolute mental scenes in the fan sections. I love seeing that kind of stuff more than I love seeing the final of the game winner in the finals, like with Gareth Bale in the Copa del Rey a couple years ago. A little bit about Eintracht Frankfurt. History, they were founded in 1899. They were the founding members of the Bundesliga in 63. Before that, they had won a couple of their regional leagues before the National League was organized and kind of under system in the Bundesliga. And of the 53 seasons of the Bundesliga that we've had so far, they've spent 47 of them in the top flight. Absolutely mental. And as speaking from a fan's perspective, you love seeing your team in the top flight. My brother's a Newcastle fan. This is going to be his first year of being a soccer fan and being a Newcastle fan where his team isn't in the top flight. And I can't imagine what it would be like if Dortmund were gotten relegated at the end of the season where they just slacked off. They were, I believe, rock bottom at Christmas. That was absolutely heartbreaking for me, and I just can't imagine my team not being in the top flight. So obviously, coming from the fans' perspective, you love seeing that. But they also haven't really done much. They've won 4 DFB Pokals. They've won a Europa League back when it was, I believe, the UEFA Cup, before it was actually called the Europa League. You obviously want to see them do more. Being 47 times in this league and you haven't won it yet, you got to step it up a little bit. And the way I think they could do it, they really should do it, they should shore up their back line, shore up their midfield. Alex Meyer, who's been their top goal scorer for the past 2 years, their captain and their striker, I think is fine. Leave him up top. He's getting up there in age a little bit, so maybe in the next couple seasons look to replace him, look to have him be more as a super sub or inspirational role like Francesco Totti is at Roma. But yeah, no, go for the back line, go for the midfield. That's where you really need to shore up if you're going to try and push for a league title here in the next couple of years against the likes of Bayern, Dortmund, Wolfsburg, the big clubs in the Bundesliga. Their goalkeeper's fine. I personally love their goalkeeper. He plays my style when I played. Kind of on his line, relaxed, calm. You're not really coming out sweeper keeper like Neuer does, which irritates me. But Richie is a good goalkeeper. He was in the 18 clubs, 18 saves from the Bundesliga's actual YouTube account, which go check them out. They make some great videos. But this series that they had, whereas all the 18 clubs of the Bundesliga, they showed their best saves and their best goals. The best save was against Augsburg in a 1-1 draw. It was actually, if I remember this one, it was a beautiful save. A miscued ball over the top from his defender. Really kind of a miscue at the back line. Very fortunate not to give up a goal. It fell to an Augsburg striker, and Herechi just stuck up a hand and saved it and palmed it away. It didn't even have to dive, didn't have to do anything. It was just all reaction time. It was great, and it was a strong hand too. He's a really strong goalkeeper, and I see a lot of potential for him. Their best goal was Alex Meyer in the 6-2 rout of Cologne. And ball played into the back post. Great ball. Absolutely great ball. And Alex Meyer slides in for the finish, puts it at the goalkeeper's left, which would now be his far post, off the post and in. Beautiful, beautiful play all the way around. Love seeing that kind of stuff. You got to see more of it, though. You got to see those routine finishes as well. Eintracht Frankfurt, I think if they're gonna need to improve on this season, obviously. Get some new midfielders, see people who can hold up possession in the ball, who can play balls over the top and play beautiful through balls and passes. Kind of grab an Andrea Pirlo like. Also grab a Paul Pogba like midfielder who can hit balls from midfield. He's box to box. He's pacey. He's fast. All around good midfielder. He needs to shore up the back line. He needs strong defenders. Timmy Chandler at right back for the USA, at least, speaking from an American. Not your best option, but he'll do for now. Center backs, I'd look to maybe get a new left back. Need to really shore up their defense if they're going to stay up in the Bundesliga next year, which I think they will. I think they'll finish 14th in the league. An improvement from this year. They're going to avoid the playoff and everything, but they're obviously going to be wanting more. With a squad that talented, you're going to be wanting more. You're going to want to push more. Yeah, I think 14th will be great. I'm going to obviously be predicting where all the teams in the league finish. And at the end of the season, I'll do a video seeing how I did. We'll keep a list of them. Next week, or hopefully in the next couple days, we're going to be doing the 15th team all the way down to number 1 over the next couple weeks. Hopefully I get this done before the league starts. If you've liked the video, hit like, hit subscribe, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow me on Twitter at OwenGodberson17, on Instagram, Snapchat, hit me up on Twitter for all of those, and thank you all for the support. Hopefully me, Aiden, Riley, and Louie get this thing kicked off, and we're going places. Thank you all for your support, and you keep it classy.